Dan Adamini became upset when he saw the recent protests at UC Berkeley.
This was not a protest, this was a riot. We had buildings being vandalized, we had people being beaten and assaulted.
Like many Americans, Adamini took to social media to exercise his First Amendment rights, giving his opinion on the matter. A tweet posted by Adamini Thursday morning said, "Violent protesters who shut down free speech? Time for another Kent State perhaps. One bullet stops a lot of thuggery." A protest in 1970 on the campus of Kent State University turned deadly when members of the Ohio National Guard opened fire on people who were protesting America's invasion of the Vietnam War.
I think we need to crack down on the violence, and then we can avoid what a lot of people were thinking I'm actually calling for, which was the shooting of these protesters, and that was not what I was calling for at all.
His posts on Facebook and Twitter caused quite a firestorm.
The Kent State massacre left 9 people injured, 4 people dead, and 1 person permanently paralyzed. We believe in peaceful protesting, and that is a cornerstone of our First Amendment rights. But when somebody suggests the killing of innocent protesters, that is where we believe that there's a problem.
Do you kind of maybe regret the wording that you had on your Facebook and Twitter posts with the way you put things?
Looking back, I worded it very poorly. When I looked at the first post, I knew what I was trying to say, and I thought, okay, that sums it up in my mind. But looking at it now, I mean, I certainly wish I would have worded it differently, because I can see why people got the impression I was actually calling for violence.
Adamini is the secretary for the Marquette County GOP and has a radio show, In the Right Mind, that airs Saturday morning on WDMJ and WIAN in Marquette. We reached out to both outlets, who released statements about Adamini's comments. Brendan Biolo, the chair of the Marquette County GOP, said, quote, "We would never advocate for violence. No one is for physical violence," end quote. And this from Sovereign Communications, which airs Adamini's radio show, quote, "Dan's show is an independent show. His views do not express the views of Sovereign Communications," end quote. Adamini did take down the post and has deactivated his personal Facebook page. He meant for his comments to be on the radio show Facebook page, not his own personal one.
I think it's better off to let Facebook be what it was intended to be, that way to keep in touch with folks. So I may or may not put the page back up. The show page is still there, so people want to vent their hatred at me, go to it. That's what it's for.
In Marquette, Jerry Taylor, ABC 10 and the CW5.